Story number 2. Basically, me and my neighbor were like 11 to 12, and it was summer break, and we were like, wouldn't it be fun to hang out every day? So we did. On Monday, we were just chilling, and we found out that our grandpa died, and we were both grieving, but we didn't think anything of it because stuff happens. Tuesday, we went to hang out by a river, went home, and on the news, we heard that a boy just drowned in the exact same place we were just at. On Wednesday, we went to go swimming in our like foldable pool, and there was a dead squirrel in it. And at this point, we're like, okay, this is a little weird. Why is everything dying around us? Then on Thursday, we were driving out to my cabin for a sleepover, and the car in front of us hit and killed a deer. Friday rolled around, and we went on a hike, and there was literally 2 dead birds on the path. Now we're totally freaking out, and we're thinking it's a sign from God or something. Then nighttime rolls around. We were playing this game called Exploding Cats, and then outside we hear footsteps, and we're like totally losing it, like footsteps getting closer and closer to the window. The blinds are closed, so we don't see what it is, and we totally don't want to look out the window. So I run to the living room, tell my mom, and we sleep it off on the couch. Nothing happened after that, but it was still really, really weird. That is really, really weird. Death was surrounding you for a week. Anyways, guys, that clip might be hella choppy because I fucking shit you not. My cat, my kitten, he got neutered like 8 days ago, so he has the cone on, right? But I have like the plush cone that like has the collar going to it, and this, he was choking on it like he was trying to take it off, so I had to go save the day. I was so scared, but at least I was here. He's okay now. But yes, on to the next story. This one time, my dad was at rehab and my mom was visiting him, so I was all alone. I was like, okay, I don't have any rules. I was around 14 at the time, and me and my neighbor went for a walk at around 11 p.m., which was pretty innocent. We just wanted some fresh air. And we walked pretty far, like at least 2 hours before it was time to head back. At this point, it's like 12 a.m. and it's pretty dark. And we walk past this school, and this group of guys are hanging out and calling at us, and we're like, no, thank you. So we start booking it out of there, and we get to a safer spot. But then this car comes around us, and we're in the middle of the road. This car literally does a circle around us, and we're like, what the? So we start running, and it starts chasing us. At this point, we're like, it's over for us. I lost a shoe. But eventually it turns away, and we're like, thank the Lord, and we continue to walk back, and I steal a stop sign, and the car comes back, and we run again, and we get home, and I took the longest shower because I was full of dirt and gas fumes. But overall, looking back, it was kind of fun. I guess I can see where and why you would think that's fun, but in the moment it's definitely not fun. I didn't realize how short this video would be because I only picked out a few, but maybe I can think of some of my own. Okay, I don't actually remember if I ever told you guys this story. I'm pretty sure I did in the past, but the only crazy story I can think of that isn't like too much is like, I live close to a theme park, and one time I was there, like, I was meeting this guy that I thought was like cool or whatever. We were gonna hang out for the first time, and everything was fine. We ended up meeting with one of his friends and his girlfriend, who I didn't know either of them at the time, but like 2 years later, that girl ends up becoming my best friend, and we didn't even know that we were there together that day. That's a different story though. Anyway, so whatever, we were with them for a little bit, and then we go on our own way, and it was actually going great. It wasn't really awkward or anything. Mind you guys, I'm like 16, that's why we're at Six Flags, and yeah, everything was perfectly fine, and we get on this like ride close to the entrance of the park. It's not like a real ride, like a roller coaster. It's like it has like the lap bar, and you just go up and down and like circles or whatever. I kid you not, like as soon as we get locked in there, we hear like shots, and I'm looking at him someone at school had like a, and then like used it or something like that. And then we were like, oh, just like hold on now, like, you know. And yeah, we ended up staying in lockdown for like 3 hours after we were supposed to get out of school. Nobody like was telling us what was really